Hi everyone. So today I'm going to show you the first few steps that we're going to do to draw our up art. So it's up to you if you want to hold your paper horizontally, which means sideways, or if you want to hold your paper vertically, which is up and down. It's up to you. I'm going to hold my paper vertically here. So we're going to start with a pencil. And the first thing we're going to do is draw some squiggly lines going from the top of our paper down to the bottom. Now, when we draw our squiggly lines, we don't want them to be too squiggly and crazy. We want them to be a little bit looser. So I'm going to start on one side. It doesn't matter which side you start on, but I'm going to start at the top of my paper and draw a kind of wiggly, squiggly, wavy line all the way to the very bottom. I'm going to make a few more of these lines to fill up the rest of my paper. So I'm going to move over a little bit and again start at the top and draw another wiggly squiggly line all the way to the bottom. And your squiggly wiggly lines do not have to be exactly the same. It's okay if they're a little bit different. We also want to make sure that we're leaving a little bit of space between them. We don't want them to be too close together. So I'm going to keep going here and draw a few more wiggly squiggly lines to fill up the rest of my paper, just like that. Next, we're going to fill in the spaces between these lines, and we're going to be drawing some concave lines and some convex lines. So concave lines are lines that go down just like this. It almost looks like a smile. And convex lines are lines that go up just like this. It kind of looks like a rainbow. So I'm going to start with concave lines, but if you want to start with convex lines, that's up to you. So since I'm starting with concave, I'm going to make all concave lines in this first section on my paper here. And again, I want to leave a little bit of space between them. I don't want them to be way too close together. Now, since I just filled this section with concave lines, that means that my next section here, I'm going to fill up with convex lines. Now, if you did convex lines in your first section, that means you're going to do concave lines this time. So I'm going to start right where my first concave line was in my first section here. And I want to line all of them up just like this. Now I'm going to fill up the rest of my paper and I'm going to do an alternating pattern, which means every other. So since I started my pattern doing concave, then convex lines, I'm going to keep that pattern going. So I'm going to do concave lines, convex lines, concave lines, and convex lines. And I'm going to alternate that pattern in each section until my whole paper is filled. Okay, now that I filled up all of my sections here with concave and convex lines, the last step that I'm going to do with my drawing is I'm going to trace everything with a Sharpie marker. As always, when we're done tracing with Sharpie, we want to make sure that we take an eraser and erase any stray pencil lines that we still see. So stay tuned and I will show you how we're going to start coloring these in.